Imagine waking up, checking your account, and seeing a fresh dividend in cash without selling a single share of stock. That's SCHD in action. It's my favorite ETF and one that I keep buying no matter what, is going on in the market politically and whatnot. So in this video, I'll show you what SCHD is, how it compares to other ETFs like the SPY and the VYM, and why it really plays such a big role in my long-term wealth strategy. We'll also see how dividends are taxed because there are actually ways that you can pay no tax on them legally. So SCHD stands for the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. It tracks the Dow Jones U.S. Dividend 100 Index, and it focuses on high-quality U.S. companies with strong fundamentals and a reliable dividend history. This isn't just a high-yield ETF, it's kind of a smartly filtered portfolio. So the companies inside have to pass screens for return on equity, consistent earnings growth, and solid free cash flows. The top holdings right now include things like PepsiCo, Broadcom, Amgen, and Cisco. These aren't just high dividend stocks, they're also pretty dang profitable, stable businesses. So let's break this down with some real numbers. So the dividend yield for SCHD, it's 3.6%. Compared to the VYM or Vanguard High Dividend ETF, that one's 3.2. The S&P 500 only returns 1.3% dividend yield. As far as the PE ratio goes, SCHD is around 14 earnings. It's actually less now. VYM is around 15 price to earnings, and the SPY is over 23 price to earnings. So SCHD gives you a higher yield with a lower valuation, which is awesome. And that's kind of a rare combo in today's market. SPY is more growth focused, so it trades at a premium, but you sacrifice yield. So here's why I'm buying SCHD. It gives me consistent income through dividends. The underlying companies are fundamentally strong, and I get all of that at the dirt cheap expense ratio of 0.06%. Also, I don't have to micromanage it. So SCHD is one of the most hands-off, stress-free investments I've ever made. Now let's talk about taxes for a second. Because this trips up a lot of new investors, most SCHD dividends are qualified dividends, which means they're taxed at a long-term capital gains rate, so not your regular income tax rate. So if you're in the 0 to 15% income bracket, your qualified dividends may be taxed at 0%, which is pretty freaking good. Even middle income investors might only pay 15%. Compare that to your regular income tax rate, which could be 22% or even higher. So if you're building income and still in a lower bracket, you could be stacking dividends nearly tax-free. If you're liking this video so far, make sure you hit that like button. It helps more people find videos just like this one. And it also tells me that you like watching these as well. Also, make sure you leave in the comment, tell me what your favorite ETF is right now. If it's SCHD, drop that in the comments. So how exactly do I invest in this ETF? Well, the first thing I do is I don't try to time it. I buy SCHD every single month, no matter how the market's doing. But if the market's dipping more than it's just dipped, I definitely buy up a little bit more, but I make sure to be consistent. And in case you're wondering, I do the DRIP or dividend reinvestment program for it. And that's a way just to keep the snowball rolling. Right now I might be getting small payouts, but there will be much bigger ones later. Also, it's one of my anchors in the $10 a day investment challenge currently. Not the exact ETF, but I am starting to buy it off on some dividend paying companies now, especially with a little bit of the market turmoil that's happening and yields kind of spiking up. So this ETF might not be trending on TikTok, but you know what? It delivers where it counts. It's got cash flow, it's got long-term growth, and peace of mind. And that's really why I keep buying and why it's my favorite ETF. As of today, as I'm recording this video, we did have a pretty significant market dip. So I think SCHD is yielding closer to 4.3%. And yeah, I'm definitely buying today. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.